Hello and welcome. Now, I hope the sound is good because I'm outside right now. And the reason for that is because it's such good weather and I'm currently alone. So, I thought I'd just make it outside instead of inside. I'm just outside my car, outside my house, but still outside nonetheless. But yeah. I guess I'll just. First things first, I don't know if it's been 24 hours. I guess I can wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see until tomorrow. The next what if or the poll, I guess. As of now, it seems to be the what if Deku was born at the same time period as Nana Shimura. It's because they have one extra more views than Quirkless Deku, even though there's the same amount of likes. The views, like I said, if the two what ifs, if all of the what ifs or two what ifs has the same amount of likes, then the views counts. But if I see like many people or a few people say they really want this what if in the comments of the video, it has a bit more priority, I guess you could say. Because then there's more people who are eager to watch it, but I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah. But I won't do the next what if yet. Because it's when one of the what ifs is done. And I think then what if that will most likely be done, maybe even today. Like this is the one I'm doing now. What if My Hero Academia universe was in a fantasy world? So yeah. I guess we just jump right into it. I don't really have much more to say. And also, thank you we have almost hit 150 subscribers. I'm very surprised over that fact, actually. Like, we stopped for a bit of the subscribers, but then it just blew up. Like, 7 subscribers or so. 7.5 or so. I'm very surprised about so many people. Even though it's it's a lot for me, at least. But yeah. Like I said, thank you for all your support and everything. I've greatly appreciated it, very much so. But yeah. Guess we'll just jump right into it. And like I said, I hope the sound is good enough, and if you hear some wind or something, I can control the nature, so yeah. Hope this is loud enough. But yeah, like I said, this will most likely be the finale. I'm not fully sure. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I guess we just jump right into it. Now, last time we did the sports festival and the training arc. Pretty sure. And now it's the, I guess, final arc. Big arc or something. But yeah. And as I said, every single species is living in harmony. They aren't fighting anything. There aren't wars. There's a few civil wars here and there. Like, for example, in the humans, they have several civil war. They have wars among themselves, of course. Now, as you know, I'm gonna explain a bit about Ida, who he is. You can say he's a royalty from another kingdom. Because there are lots of different kingdoms in the human world, because there are more humans than there are of the other races. Because of how many children they get. They also have the most amount death body count because of how many wars there are and how many murderers and how much they fight each other. So they have the most population, but also the most people who dies in a year. So yeah. Now, let's say, yeah, like I said, it is the king or prince from a different country, or I guess you could say king, because his brother was officially king, but he was injured very much, so he can't really do anything anymore. So Ida's taken in charge. Now, Ida loves Izumi, you could say, like it's explained last part. Now, and I also explained he was Yandere last part as well, so I don't really have to explain that. But yeah, this kind of like, and let's say we go to when Zuko meets, let's say he meets a person from the human kingdom. Basically let's say Kirishima. Yeah, she talks with Kirishima. Now, Ida knows that Kirishima isn't very close to her, and she wouldn't be as sad as she would if Bakugo would have died, or Soji. So he knows that Kirishima can be a prey, but he wants to make it official that everyone sees. And he's planning on confessing as well, just gonna say that. Now, the reason she's talking to Kirishima, and Kirishima is, let's say, I forgot what I said he was. I think he was like one of the best. He was Bakugo is a prince as well, a very high standard noble in the family. The Duke's family, yes, that's probably it. Kirishima is, you could say, best friend of Bakugo, and Kirishima is, you could say, let's say Kirishima's family is the royal family. Like Kirishima and Bakugo are family, cousins. Let's just say that, just because of plot. Yes, plot armor. But yeah, 8 minutes. Okay. But like I said, when Ida hears that Kirishima is confessing to her, he gets so angry that he doesn't care anymore. He declares war on Kirishima. Now, or a civil war, you could say. Again. Now, everyone's quite shocked at this because Kirishima and Bakugo's kingdom has never been in war. They always friendly to everyone. They never discriminate. They treat their civilians very good, and they treat everyone very good. They don't have any problems with anyone, or any grudges, or anything. They've stayed out of every single war. They, you could say, kind of vigilante. They help anyone, basically. Basically a very good kingdom, you could say. Now, so everyone's quite surprised, and even the other human kingdoms are very surprised that Ida's kingdom is having a war with Kirishima's and Bakugo's. Of course, they don't call the kingdoms of Kirishima Bakugos and Kingdom of Leaders. They have a name, but I don't have a name. I can't come up with a name, good enough name. So, and basically, Zuko tells that she will ask if the and I'm gonna say Ida's army is one of the most most, you could say, powerful, most in numbers at least. The most in numbers, basically. So, yeah. Now let's say, and Bakugos and them don't have the most powerful. They have very powerful men, like warriors and knights. They have more powerful than an average from Ida's kingdom. But the Bakugos and Kirishima's kingdom don't have numbers. They are like, let's say, 20,000 knights together. While in Ida's country, it's 200,000. That's a lot more. It's 10 times more than the Bakugos and Kirishima's country or kingdom, and they can't take that out. Even if they tried, they would fail. So they begin to call for help. The first call out for other kingdoms. Now the other kingdoms, some says they can lend some warriors, but they can't lend all of them. They can lend at least the minimum, the max 2,000, but they would most of them would deliver 1,000 or 500 even, but a few deliver 2,000 or so. But this isn't enough, so they begin to call other races. They call the elves. The elves are fairly pacifist, you could say. They say then Bakugos and Kirishima's country or kingdom, you could say market. You could say it's where most people trade for stuff from other kingdoms and other races. They trade for different materials and everything. It's a very important place. And Ida's thinking of destroying the whole kingdom, like not having nothing left there. So after hearing that, they say, fine, we'll help you. We'll send you a few thousand of our people, of our soldiers. We'll lend you some of our soldiers. Of course, not all of them. We have to protect our own country, our own people as well. Of course, we understand, says Kirishima's father, basically. Conversation between them. Now, of course, they don't have full enough, so they call the dwarves. They can lend some mechs and some weapons and a few warriors. Not very much, because the dwarves mostly are forgers and creators. They aren't very much warriors there, so you can just deliver like 500 or so, or even 200 even. Not much, but they can deliver the weapons. That is what they can do. So that now they are about, let's say, 100,000 or 90,000 people. One place. Now, they don't really want to, because they know the pandas would not say that they would, but they call the pandas as well. Now, the pandas are, of course, saying no right away, because they don't want to fight at all. They say that they think war is wrong. And everything. Of course it's wrong. Every single war is wrong. There's no good or bad side, really. I guess I can't really say that. Yes, there are some good and bad sides. It's kind of like perspective-wise. Like, if you see from your own side, you see the others as an enemy, or those who are on your side, an ally, and the good. But on the enemy's side, on their perspective, they are the good guys, and you're the bad guys. It's just kind of about perspective-wise as well. But this time, Ida's the bad guy. So yeah, the soldiers aren't the bad guy, it's the commander, basically, Ida. Soldiers don't just do what the commander says. They don't have a choice. It's the commander who makes the choices. So it's kind of the commander who's in fault of basically absolutely and almost everything. You could say. Of course, some soldiers are to blame, of course, a few different things. But yeah. I don't need to talk about this. This is boring. I'm just talking out. But yeah. Continuing. Now, let's say, yeah, we were at the pandas. Yeah. Now the pandas say they can't really help. They can send a few, like 150 or so. Because they don't like fighting. They basically what they will do is they will ask the people of who will want to fight and fight with the humans and other races to defeat a foe. And a few people say like 100 or so. And Azao is one of those. Just gonna say, Azao is one of them. Of course, in school, UA has completely locked down everything, and their UA is all for Bakugan Kirishima's side. So they send out teachers, and the students, if they want to fight, they send them out, because at least the third year students and a few second year students as well. None of the first years, though. Yeah. Sorry, just someone went by. Like I said. I guess we go to... the fighting, because they all have the warriors. And now let's say it's about 120,000 people who are fighting in this war. And I don't remember if I said 200,000 or 300,000. I'm gonna say the Idas have 300,000 men. Non-women. But the Bakugan and Kirishimas have about equal. They have men and women. Not many children, or nearly any children. They try to have the least amount of children as possible. Of course, the UA students, a few of them who wants to fight very much, are allowed to. At least the most promising ones, who are most promising to not die. Because then they most likely of course, no one wants to die. But yeah. Now, in the fight, basically, when they are about to begin to fight, they charge at each other right away. A few cast some spells, like a few are mages. There are mages, there are human mages. Humans are the basically one of the only races to use magic. Elves are the most powerful and the most masters of magic, because just because. So they have magic, but they don't use it for fighting as much. They use like magic to strengthen their bodies, healing, and everything like that, and support. But they don't very much use attack. They mostly use defense and healing, support. So yeah. Now Idas, they have like, let's say 5,000 mages. Now that's a lot, of course, but humans aren't the most powerful with magic, because they shouldn't really have it, at least in nature. But the anomalies happens, and they can use magic. Some people, Not everyone can use magic, just a few. But the elves can. Every single elf can use magic. But some elves are better at different kind of magic as well. Now, in the core, of course, the dwarves are mostly in the back, creating more mechs to fight, more weapons, better weapons, fire weapons, everything. And they're fighting and fighting. And this war is going on, let's say, for about a month. Yeah, a month. Now, in this month, the first week, on the first day of their fighting, Kirishima and Bakugo didn't team or side didn't use every soldier. And of course, Ida didn't either because he ain't that dumb. They just send up out a few, and just a tiny squad of like a few 5 or 10 or so around to scout the area and try to scout Ida's side. They managed to do this, and they got a bit of information, not a lot. And they have a few spies as well. Get a bit of information about that as well. So as of right now, of information wise, Bakugo and Kirishima's side have the advantage, but the numbers side is still on Ida's. Now, let's say Izuku is also in this war, Momo as well. They wanted to fight, even though their parents said no. They didn't want them to fight. I'm not sure if I can hear it, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice and ice cream shop truck. Yeah. Okay. Now, continuing. Now, how long have we been going for? 22 minutes. Okay, I'll be done with the war. Then I'll end it. Wait, see. But yeah, like I said, they send out just a few thousand people just to see how they attack. Now, because Ida has so many people he can just use, he doesn't really care for their lives. He only cares about Izuku. Really, Izumi. So yeah, and he ordered that and he has a picture of her. Of course, he would have a picture of her, but they have and he has a picture, and he says that kidnap her. If you see her, take her alive. Bring her to me. That's basically. So every soldier knows about Izumi / Izuku. So yeah. I guess let's say. Let's say. Yeah, continuing the wars the next week and everything that you fight, losses on both sides. Most losses on either side because they have more people, and the mages from the Bakugo side and the Kirishima side have AoE damage, area affected, and that may spells. So yeah. Now, let's go to the end of the war, I guess. Now, at the end of the war, Ida comes to the battle as well. The last day of the war. Now, on this last day of war, Bakugo and Kirishima's side has about 100,000, while Ida has about 50,000. And I know Izuku and them lost just 20,000, but still, that's a lot of people. If you think of it like from a small scale, that's a pretty large amount of people. Even if there's just 1,000 people died, it will be a huge massacre. No one. That's still a very huge amount of people. Like, if you see it from a stage or anything else, you see thousands of people. It can look like millions, but it's not, it's just thousands. So, it's very much. Very many. But yeah. Now, Ida basically comes to the battle. Now, he meets Kirishima on a battlefield. He's Ida, while they're fighting, of course, in the war. Ida says, Why did you pick you out of all people? Why not me? I'm a much better king. Huh? And begins to laugh like a maniac. Kirishima says, What the hell are you talking about? You attacked us. And I have no idea what the hell you're talking about either. So foolish. I mean, about Azumi. Why did you have to take her from me? She was supposed to be mine. Mine alone. What the hell, man? Yes, I had a crush on her, but she rejected me. She doesn't love anyone yet. She doesn't have anyone she wants to love yet. So I don't know why you even sparked this war. Can't you just surrender and give up? You're losing either way. Never. Azumi's mine, and you tried to take her from me. And you shall pay the price. Well, Ida begins to attack him more brutally and more uncontrollably. Now, Kirishima is blocking all of the hits because he's much better. He's a much better fighter than Ida. Much better leader as well. Now, in the end, Kirishima would have won by, unfortunately, killing Ida. I know, I'm sorry, Ida's fans. But it had to be done. But yeah, that's the end of the war. Rest of the soldiers ran home like some babies. I guess not babies. Nah, like children. But yeah. No. I'm just thinking of what to do next. Like, I'm not fully sure what I can do next. Now, I guess aftermath of the war. Now, after a few weeks after the war, everyone went home, and Kirishima thanked every single one, and Izuku and Kirishima says also that if any of them needs help, they'll come straight into it for their aid. They will send soldiers for help and everything. But yeah. Now, they go back to school, and pretty much everything goes as normal. As normal as it can be. Now, if you're wondering if Azumi will have a ship, no. Most likely not, because I'm very close to the end of the What If. This will be the second last What If part. I think this part will be the end. Most likely. And then I'll wait and see till tomorrow to see what the next What If will be. And also, in this week, I think, next week, I'm not fully sure if I will even make one. video next week, and if I will do, I have to do it on my phone, because I won't have my PC with me when I'm gone. I can still upload and make them, it's just I don't have my PC, so it will be hard. It will be a bit harder to do everything, but can't complain about everything. I may do like record them and upload them later on. Not fully sure. We'll have to wait and see till tomorrow. I'll have the answer by then. Yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you want. Leave a like if you want. Subscribe. Comment down below if absolutely anything really. Ideas. Anything really. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.